and welcome to Let's Build Hogsmeade. Yes, we're finally starting the Hogsmeade build. So Hogsmeade is going to take quite a few. We've got quite a few buildings to do, and a lot of the buildings are quite detailed. So I expect to do a build and a tutorial, essentially. We're going to alternate between a shop and then a house, a shop and a house, a shop and a house, because we've done the whole village, or what we think is the whole village anyway. If you want more in your village, then do more. So we're going to alternate between a shop and a house, because there's about 5 or 6 shops, 2 pubs and a Shrieking shack, and then there's about 5 or 6 houses, or at least 5 or 6 different style of houses. You can have more than one house of the same style. For example, if you really like the cottage you want, then you can make 3 of them or 4 of them. You can put as many houses in as you want. So, but today is mainly going to be landscaping, because this is a super flat world. It's easy to forget when you've got views like that, but it is a super flat world. So in order to build our Hogsmeade, we've got to spawn in a load of land in order to put our Hogsmeade on tour. So that's what we're going to focus on today. We're going to get our land in place, we're going to put in our paths, and we're going to build a bit of a hill to one side for the Shrieking shack to go on. Now then, what we're going to do is, so we need to spawn in quite a lot of land. A lot of land. So, in fact, just bear with me, because I'm going to go and get some help. Help is on the way. Because this is going to take quite a bit of doing. At least for me anyway. That we will probably fast forward this once we get to a certain point. So this episode for you might be less than an hour. But for those who don't do the commands, those who are not comfortable doing the commands, you can still do this by hand. It's just going to take you much longer. Which is why we're going to focus all the landscaping into one. Okay, so now I've got some help. There she is. There's my helper. So
hello.
So what we're going to do is we're just going to start spawning in loads of land. So a centaur is going to start spawning in there for us, and we're going to go straight up parallel past the lake, and then from this edge, because we need to put a path from that path down there all the way down here. So this path, this bit here, needs to be wider. So we're going to start spawning in, loads of land down here. Once we get level with this section here, once we get level with there, we need to start looking at our numbers. So where are we? We've got 580, so let's round that up to 600. So we want that to go, we want to spawn in enough land to take us to 1,000. So we want to put in 400 blocks that away. And we need at least 300 blocks width. So where are we? We're at we'll call that 500. So we need to go to 350 on this side. Which there is just enough there, so we're just going to fill all that in. We're going to take it all the way to the end there, I think. And then let's just grab a marker block. Yep. So we're going to go from the very corner here. Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to add 400 blocks in that direction, and then another 150. I think we'll probably go for 200 to be on the safe side in that direction. You can't have too much land at the end of the day. If you don't spawn in enough, again, that's not a big issue. You can always add in more later. So once you level with there, 400 blocks that way, 150 that way, we're going to call it 200 that way, and then take this to meet the land. Now you don't have to put your Hogsmeade here. You can put your Hogsmeade wherever you want. There's no wrong or right. There's no right or wrong. There's no left, right, ups, down. You can put it wherever you want. this is just where I'm putting mine. So yes. Yeah, essentially that's it. This is where I'm putting mine. If you want to put yours in the same place, that's fine, go right ahead. If you want to put it somewhere different, that's also fine, go right ahead. Put it wherever you want it. Okay, so we're going to be cheeky and we're going to go 200 blocks from that marker instead of that marker. Because again, you can't have too much land. So to fill in our land, we're going to go through our fill commands again for those who are new to this. So you're going to type in /fill into your chat menu, space, squiggle. I know that has another name other than squiggle, but I can never remember it, so to me it's called squiggle now. Minus 15, space, squiggle, minus 1, space, squiggle, minus 15, space, squiggle, 15, space, squiggle, minus 15, space, squiggle, 15. And this is where you can put in your blocks that you want to spawn in. So we want to spawn in grass, so we type in grass, and we will now spawn in 15 blocks by 15 block chunk of grass. If you want to remove land, you type in A-I-R, and it will remove the land that you're on top of. It will always do it one block below your feet. If you want to put in smaller chunks of land, you can change that 15 to any number you want. You could change it to 5s, 10s. We usually stick to either 5s or 10s, but you can go 3, 4, 6, 2, 1, 9. You know, you can go up to 18, I believe.
Yeah, about 18.
Yeah, but that -1 must always stay -1, because that means it's one block below your feet. So you can change the numbers to whatever you want. If you're really clever, you can work out exactly which -15 and which 15 is which side. If you're really clever, I'm not, so I don't. So I always keep them all the same, except for the -1. And there's our chunk of land. So to do it again, you press your chat menu up. If you press the up, why are we not going up? Okay, up. It will repeat the exact same thing that you just put in. So we go / up, enter. Kill the chickens. / up, enter. / up, enter. So we're going to keep going until we hit about 1,000. Because we need a good 400 blocks. And it looks like that's going to run the length nicely of the station that we've got there. So it is a nice place to put it because we're right behind the Hogsmeade station, so that fits quite nicely for us. It might be a bit longer than the station. Oops. What did I do wrong? I put in a hash. We don't want a hashtag. And again. Right, so about 1,000 blocks, up to 1,000. So we've added in 400 blocks. Oh, we have a gap.
Yeah, it's alright, I'll go to it. Oh, you're doing it? Well, I'll do it.
Right, don't worry if your land is not completely level. It's completely fine if it's not level. In fact, it'll work for you if it's not level. In fact, what we're going to do is, I think we're going to come to this end. So we're on level 68. So if we go to, we're going to go up to 71. And we're going to add in, kill more chickens, kill the sheep, We're just going to spawn in quite a bit here. Whoops.
If we keep going back to the Quidditch and keep coming out that way, or not?
Not necessarily. You don't have to go all the way back to the Quidditch. Okay, so we're just going to start filling in this side too. Oh. Okay. So we're going to come forward a little bit more. Do this bit over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop down a block, and then we're going to do a row like this way. So we are going to stick to landscaping in this one, so if we do end up a bit on the short side with this one, then that's what we're going to do, because then next time we're going to start the Shrieking Shack, and it means that we can do the whole of the Shrieking Shack in one episode with a bit of luck, because there won't be enough time to do the landscaping and a building. So I'm just going to come forward a little bit more. A short one will probably be nice after the past couple ones, because they've been quite long and quite complicated, haven't they? So it gives you a nice rest, a nice easy one.
Been a while since you've done landscaping too.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to fill in a bit over here because it's looking a bit weird. Okay, now we can drop down another level, so onto 69, and we're going to spawn in a load more land on this level. I'm just going to do a row of this. Doesn't have to be straight line. The wonkier the better, the messier the better, as we like to say. So we're going to come forward again, and we're going to put in a bit more. And then we're back on ground level, which would be 68. Okay, so we filled in most of that. Well, Centaur's filling that in. She's going up and down a lot too, which again, that's perfectly fine. In fact, it actually looks more natural if you go up and down a little bit. That's what we've done there. We've sloped it up a little bit. It just gives it more natural effect, which is what we want. It's a village. So we're going to go back to our marker, and we're just going to start filling in some land in that direction. I'm going to keep it level for the time being. So where are we? 500. We'll call it at 500. So we want to add in at least 150, but we're going to round it up to 200. So that wants to go to minus 700. We're looking at the last figure on there. I don't know why I've added that. I didn't need to do it there, did I? Okay. So to minus 700. If you want it to go and meet the land at the Quidditch pitch, that's entirely up to you. We're not going very far in this direction, we're nearly there. And we're there. Yeah. Right, so we're just going to do another at this level. Now this one is going to have quite a hill on it at this end, so don't worry about sinking down too much. We're going to put quite a big hill around here soon. Okay, so we may fast forward this bit now because I'm pretty sure you get the idea now. So I think we're going to fast forward this bit while we fill in all our land.
See you in a few.
See you in a few. I forgot to say that.
That's what I said.
So high I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Times don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world but keep the sky on your mind.
changed our levels. We've gone up and down quite a bit, which works really, really well. Once we've got the village in there, it's going to look like a nice natural village. We did fill in a little bit extra over here just to be on the safe side. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to our marker block. Where's our marker? And we're going to head in that direction. So we're currently on 510-ish. We're going to go forwards 150, so we're going to go to 660. Ish. Again, doesn't have to be exact. As long as it's roughly in that area, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go 660. There we go. Let me just figure out how high this one is in total. So we're on 70. We're not doing all of the hill. We're just doing up to that bit. So it's 80, so it's 10 blocks in height. So what we're going to do is we're going to change our numbers now. So whereas we had 15s, we're going to change them to 4s. We're going to change them to 4s because we're going to be awkward like that. 4.
Do you want me to make you a coffee?
Oh yes, please.
I'll send it down. Cool.
Yep. If the internet goes bad, it's Tentar's fault for pouring coffee down it. So remember to keep that -1 the same. Okay, so now we're adding in. We're on the same level, so you can't see where if I've just added it in. So we've gone. Oh, there's a line there. Oh, and that was for me. Right, so we're on 68. We're going to go up 4 blocks to 72, and we're going to. Okay, I've done something wrong there. Let's have a look-see. What have I done wrong? So, I've taken away a minus. I didn't want to do that. Let's try that again. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do a big circle of these 4x4s at the edge of this. So our Shrieking Shack will eventually come and sit on this because it's on top of quite a big hill. So we're cheating a little bit with the hill. This is going to be the start of the hill. So we're essentially doing a nice big circle of 4x4s. Again, you can make this bigger if you want to. You could easily take this further down this way. It depends on what you want it on. Do you want it on a hill or a great big hill or a mountain? You can easily pad this out a bit. There's no right or wrong with this. If you want to fill in the middle, you can. There's no point because we're about to come up a bit.
Oops.
It's so easy to get carried away with this. Once you've got the hang of the commands, it's just so addictive, especially when you're removing land. For me, it's just so easy to get carried away. It's just like, yep, we'll just keep going and we'll keep going. We'll take that away. It's just very satisfying to watch, I find. To watch your land disappearing in chunks. Or appearing in chunks, as this case may be. Okay, so we're going to come in and we're going to go up another 4. So what were we on? We were on 72, so we're going to put to 76. We're going to come in a bit. Like so. Maybe pad it out a little bit more over here. It saves us having to mess about too much because we are going to fine tune it a little bit. So, which is why we're keeping our numbers relatively small. It's less to fix when we get down there. We're only doing a small amount. The back end does not matter. The back end can look like what it wants to look like because it's the back end. Nobody's going to see the back end. Okay, so we've done 8 blocks. We've come up 8 blocks. We're going to fill that in a little bit more. And we're going to come up another 2. We'll round it up to 80. So we've come up another 4. And we're just going to come in a little bit more again. And leave it at that. Just making sure we go to the edges. So again, there's no right or wrong with this. As long as you're happy with it, it's fine. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab some grass. And we're going to start leveling it out a little bit. So around here, we're going to come a block down. And we're just going to try and smooth it out a bit. Like so. There will be another mound to go on the top because the Shrieking Shack is on a pointy hill. This is now a big, wide, flat hill. But we'll get to that when we do the Shrieking Shack. Okay, so then we're just going to come down and out another level. Okay, as you can see, I'm making this extremely rough. We can make it 2 layers. There's no wrong or right. Right or wrong. Either way, as long as you're happy with it, it's fine. And then the last one on this. Yeah. So again, you can still do this without the fill commands. It's just going to take you an awful long time, but it's doable. So you can see how that's nice and there we go, that's looking pretty good. Centre's working on that level. So we're just going to fill in this one. So I'm going to go around this way. Sort that out on the next level. Come on, sweetie. There we go. Good boy. Okay, we're going to come down a level again. Don't think this tutorial is going to be all that short by the end of it. We haven't done the path yet, so we're doing pretty good on time. There we go. Is that it? So where are we? This is where it's easy to get turned around. So there's our marker block over there. So there we've got a nice chunk of land. I think we're going to spawn in some more over here, just to fill it in a little bit. So we need to change our 4s back to 15s. By the time we've done that, Centaur's probably finished it. She's fine around there. We're going back to Hogwarts this way. So there's our marker block. Right, so what we're going to do, we can delete that marker block now. We don't need that anymore. So we are now going to do our paths. There are 2 ways of doing your path. You can either use the dirt path, I think it's called. Yep, that. Or you can use a shovel, which is what we're going to do. And left click on the shovel. We are going to grab, while we're here, some mud bricks, because we will change it to mud bricks at a later date. So we want some mud bricks and some mud brick stairs, and that's it. That's all we need. That's all we're doing for now, and we're going to go back to Hogwarts, to Hogwarts. Whee. All the way back to Hoggies. And I think we're just going to take a path from this bit. Let's see, let's go No, we don't. That's going to be walking, isn't it? Okay, so we're on the carriages, aren't we? So what we'll do is we'll put that back. The carriages go to where? Where do the carriages go? Here. Because the carriages will come down this path too. So we're going to come out here. Whee! I think we'll keep our path 3 blocks by 3 blocks as well. No, 4 blocks by 4 blocks, because that's the size of the carriages that we've got. So we're going to go roughly. Oops. What am I doing? I got carried away. And then we're going to take the path in this direction. So this is the path into Hogsmeade, but it's also the path that the carriages are going to use from the station. Because we're going to have a path going from the station through to Hogsmeade in a bit. Whoops, 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 wrong button, wrong button. So we're just going to take this all the way to the end, this one.
Move. I'm up on the inside. She's gonna come there. She's gonna overtake. No.
Right, we're going to stop it there because we are roughly level. So from here on, okay, we'll stop it there. Right, it's going to turn into mud bricks. So it doesn't have to be a straight line. So from here on, mud bricks. Whoops, wrong button again.
No way, sheep.
So it looks like it's blended quite nicely in there, doesn't it? We're going to continue to take this all the way to the end. Woo! Move, moo cow. So you get the idea there. And what we're going to do is we're going to put brick stairs there. We're going to carry it off. So again, we're going to fast forward this bit now because it's going to take us a good few minutes to do this, but this is essentially going to go in a complete straight line and then we'll come back to you. Okie doke, so we shall see you in a few. As you can see, we've done our path all the way to the end. Now, you don't have to make it perfectly straight like we've done. You can shift it a block or two to the left or a block or two to the right to make it a little bit wonky. It might actually look quite good if you do that. So over there, you can see our path that we did to Hogsmeade Station. So let's join those up. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to grab this path and we're going to take it to meet the other path. So I just need to bring this out a little bit. Okay, we can make this path a bit shorter because it's quite large. Okay, let's go down the stairs. Let's do that. Just makes it look a little bit more natural. There. Okay, so we want 1, 2, 3, 4. About there. So we're going to take that. This to meet. Whoa. Again, doesn't have to be a straight line. That's the excuse I'm using for being all wonky. I can't fly in a straight line.
What can I?
Let's. Because it looks weird, half up, half down like that. Stupid chickens. Okay, you can take this. Go over here. But no, we won't. We'll keep that straight again. Actually, thinking about it. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. So we've got a path that goes up to the village and a path that goes to the train station. Right, so that is pretty much it. I think that's taken us a good chunk of an hour anyway. Yeah, even with all the fast forwards and that, there's still going to be a lot. Now from this bit up to that way, you can pretty it up. So what we can do is we can get some bone meal. And let's get some tree saplings. So we'll get some, not dark oaks, we want some birch and some oak. And we'll throw in a couple, no, blossoms. We'll go for the blossom trees, we like those. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to run a little bit. Because we have no idea what's here. We never actually see this. We don't know. We're just making it look nice and pretty. So I'm going to run through with blossom trees. And then I'll run through with oak and birch. And there we go. Thin it out a bit here. It's fine when it puts all that down. I just want one tree, thank you. So try and keep it, don't take it too far out towards that hill. We want to keep away from that hill. Try and draw a line a little bit from there. Rough. I hate the fact that it puts two down at a time. It's really annoying. Going to run through with some birch I think I've got here. And then we'll go with some oak. Same on this side, go through with some oak. We do like the blossom trees. The blossom trees are really nice. And we want some birch on this side too. We're just going to leave it there though, because we don't want to take it too far and we've gone too far, or and then we have to remove them, so we're just going to put in a nice stretch of them there. So if you think this is the path that they use on the carriage, so they're going through a nice lovely foresty bit. We will of course put some lampposts in as well, similar to the ones that we've got at Hogsmeade Station, but we'll do that at a later date so that they're in the correct positions. Although it doesn't really matter so much on this stretch. So as I said, we're going to alternate between houses and shops, etc. We're going to do one building per tutorial. That way we're not overloading the tutorials a bit. And it doesn't get confusing if you've got a building and a half in one and then you've got half in another or something like that. That gets confusing. So we're going to try and stick to a building per tutorial. So I estimate 16 tutorials. Do you want to take a guess at how many we're going to do?
You always underestimate, so I'll go 20.
But there's going to be a good few of them anyway. It's going to take us a little while. And once we've done Hogsmeade... Sorry?
I said, yeah, because some of them are really detailed inside the shops and the pubs and stuff, so they're going to take time.
As we say, we've to the shops and the pubs, like Honeydukes and the Three Broomsticks, the Hog's Head, the Shrieking Ship, we've done the interior to those as well. We haven't done the interior to the houses because we didn't feel there was any need to, because the houses, just put housey stuff in there and make it look like any house that you want. But we have done interior to the shops and the pubs, which is probably what's going to take the time, because that's where it gets quite detailed.
And there'll be a nightmare to edit.
Oh yes, they're going to take a long time to edit. So if we end up doing a building and a half, or try and squeeze in 2 buildings into one tutorial, that's a heck of a lot of editing for us. So we're going to stick to 1 building per tutorial, even if it's a bit on the shorter side, because it just makes the editing a lot easier for us too. Because these do take some time to edit. Yeah, we've both got kids and stuff like that, so it's not always easy to find the time.
I think we've gone a bit overkill with the trees.
Yeah, it's like I get carried away. They should know this about me by now. I get carried away.
Cherry Blossom Path.
Sorry?
Cherry Blossom Path.
Yeah.
We're naming.
Oh, you can put cherry blossoms in the path. Oh, what are they called? No. No, there's flowers that you can put on the floor, the cherry blossom flowers. But I don't know what they're called.
What, the petals you mean?
Yeah. There they are. Pink petals. Duh. Why didn't I think of that? I should have thought of that, shouldn't I? Pink petals.
You can just go to town with it and just do whatever. Yeah. Really.
It's a village, so you can make it look as pretty as you want. Like so. There we go. Right, so, but that's it for now. For next week, we're going to do the Shrieking Shack. Yay! And it's going to go up on that hill. You might have already I've worked that bit out, but that's where the Shrieking Shack's going to go. And we'll put a fence around the Shrieking Shack. There's going to be the 3 broomsticks over here as well. So there'll be a very small dirt path that goes from here, and we'll stop here, say, and this is where Ron and Hermione are watching the Shrieking Shack from. It's haunted, you know. And then Harry pelts Draco with snowballs. Or dirt balls, I think it was.
Snowballs. Both, I think.
Yeah.
I think the film was snow, but I think it was dirt in the book. I can't remember.
Yeah. Okay, so as we say, we're estimating 16 to 20 for these. Once we've done Hogsmeade, we're going to do that big bridge with the train track on, where the train goes, where they're flying over it with the car and they fall out the car. There is a name for it, but I can't think where it is off the top of my head.
Viaduct.
There you go.
Viaduct. Mm-hmm.
That too. We'll do that after Hogsmeade. That will probably only take one build, one tutorial for that, because it's quite straightforward. It's just very repetitive. And then after Hogsmeade is going to be King's Cross Station, which is what we are currently working on now. We're about halfway through, I think.
Yeah.
And then platform 9 3/4.
And London.
And on to London. Probably the Leaky Cauldron after King Cross. The Leaky Cauldron and then into Diagon Alley.
What buildings we're doing from London skyline, where we're going to put them.
Yeah.
And how it all going to tie in. So there's lots to do. We've got lots and lots to do. So,
well, that's it for us for today. So hopefully that'll keep you busy for a while. As we say, next week, the Shrieking Shack. Make sure you check out the links in the description. There is Cash App and PayPal should anybody leave a tip. We are always very much appreciated and we thank you all. There are links to other tutorial series such as the Quidditch Pitch over there that you can see, Hogwarts, which is 165 parts, good luck. We've also got a dragon enclosure. There's loads, too many to list now. There are also links to the Discord server, Potter's Nights. Come show us your builds, come ask any questions you might have. If you're looking for inspiration for what you want to put into your houses, or if you want to redecorate, say you want to redecorate Hufflepuff. Everybody's done their Hufflepuff slightly different. People have done their Slytherin slightly different. If you're looking for inspiration, just come to our Discord server and ask what people have put on theirs, and everybody will show you. And I think that's it. Yep, that's it from us for today. So take care of yourselves, like and subscribe.